Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're joining me today. I am so excited to share this funky flow. A couple of key things to note is that it's meant to be funky. The flow that I do, I would say, is more of a medium advanced representation of this flow, but every level can play around with this. I'm going to teach it in a very accessible way. I set up so that my mat is here and then I have some floor space. There's only a couple of things that I want to be able to slide around on, and so that's why I have regular socks on, not grippy socks. I'm using the mat instead for the part of the flow that I need the extra grip for. So that is how I've set up. I'm going to go ahead and show you the regular pace of the flow so you get kind of a picture of the overall flow, and then I'm going to join you and take you through the flow slowly and with lots of modifications so that you can meet yourself where you are. All right, let's get started. Okay, so now you have like an overview of the full flow. So now I want to take you through with me and we'll just take it step by step and have plenty of modifications so that you can approach this even if you don't have chin stand, headstand, or pincha in your practice. So we're going to start by standing to the side of the mat and we're going to take our, let's see, for me it's my left leg, and just kind of slide down. If you cannot slide into full splits, grab some blocks and hold on to your blocks here. If you can, go ahead and slide. Now, if you cannot go into full splits, I invite you to kneel and just roll onto your back. If you can, go ahead and fold forward, head to your shin, hold on to your foot and maybe your shin or your ankle as you're rolling. Stay nice and close. Roll over onto your mat and then gently tug your leg in where it will go. From here, sweep your right hand down, bring your legs together and press up into shoulder stand. Shoulder stand, we don't want our neck touching the mat. So if shoulder stand's not in your practice, feel free to just work on hamstring flexibility here without lifting up, pulling your feet in towards your nose. From here, let's lower down into plow. Drop the hands, take a breath. Shoulder blades squeeze together. The back of your head rests. Your neck is not touching the mat. And then for this one, we're going to plant the hands. We're going to bend the right knee, roll to the side so we're not rolling over the neck, and lift up into down dog. Make sure to roll to the side. Now, when I did it, I pressed and lifted with my arms up, so I did not roll to the side, but that's only if that's in your practice. So to begin, I do not recommend doing that. Take a down dog, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Kind of roll forward into a side plank, drop your right foot, lift it up, wild thing. Now from here, we're gonna bring our right toes to the mat, drop to the knee, and then as you lean forward, bring your left knee down, lean forward, sweep it back, camel pose. If camel's not fully in your practice, take your hands to your back and find a nice back bend here. From camel, sweep your left arm around, pivot through your left knee, left fingertips down, your left foot is now behind you. Your right leg lifts. It's a little variation on gate pose. And then from here, bend your right leg around. I take a flip grip here. If flip grip is in your practice, go for it. I extend and then pull the foot in. If it's not, grab the inside of the foot and get a nice open shoulder stretch. From here, take a breath in. And then sweep your right hand forward, kind of leading the way. Take your right leg forward. Keep your right hand up. Lean into your hips, low crescent lunge. Left arm lifts. And then rotate through the shoulders. Take your hands down. You can stop here if this is good enough. Or you can bend the back leg and take a little back bend. And then sweep both arms forward to the inside of your foot. Lift the back leg and take it to down dog. Right toes down, left leg lifts. Take it into a wild thing on this side. Lift it up nice and high. And then from here, we're going to take our left leg, crisscross it over the right, lean in, and then drop your left toes, drop your left hand, pivot, side plank. Lift your right leg, right arm, grab the ankle or the right heel if you can, bring it into a split, drop it down, slide into the split here, a little bit off the mat. Again, if splits are not available here, grab those blocks. Take a breath. Right hand comes to the inside, and then we're just going to, if splits are in your practice, sweep the right leg around. I bend down just a little bit, come to my fingertips, bend the legs, press into an up dog, and then a king cobra. And then exhale. Now from here, this is a tricky part for me as well. We're going to do a headstand, but kind of like a zombie press. It's not a full zombie press because we are on the mat, so we're not fully pulling our head up, but we're gonna go from king cobra into headstand with pincha arms. So instead of clasping so that I don't catch my hair, and then go into headstand. If headstand and pincha are not in your practice, go ahead and take a wheel. I go from headstand to pincha into forearm wheel. If forearm wheel is in your practice, go ahead and take your forearm wheel, skip the headstand and pincha if they're not in your practice. From the forearm wheel, I just press up into a full wheel, and then I go into a straight leg wheel. So go ahead and start there if those are in your practice. If not, just take a bridge where you lift your hips up and you're still resting on your back and your head. So bridge is right here. Just go ahead and do this. But for those of you who want to do the headstand to pincha, I actually bumped my knee on this wall in the full flow. So I'm gonna move my mat over and just kind of be aware of those types of things. Make sure your space feels, number one, safe and clear. So I always feel best in like the most open space ever, and I don't necessarily have a ton of those options where I'm at. I do have more than I used to have. So I just like to make sure that I feel safe and that I'm not going to be bumping into anything. So please make sure of that for yourself. We're going to go into headstand with our pincha arms. So let me start back from our cobra. We're right here, and then we drop it down. We want to go in the back of the head. This is only if headstand is in your practice. I take my feet off of the mat, find a leg position that is fairly balanced. This has been a challenge for me lately, going from headstand to pincha. And then you can rest on the top of your head gently if you'd like and lift it up into your full wheel. Then I'm going to walk my wheel because it's kind of a fun little movement, and leave my feet kind of where they are to go into a straight leg wheel. And just exhale. Chest through the arms. Now from here, I'm just going to pivot here onto the left arm. The proprioception of doing that is weird, so just take your time. Left foot down, left arm down, right arm up. Take a breath. And lift your right leg nice and high, and take it over-ish over your right shoulder. Let's take an EPK. Elbows in, like chaturanga arms. It's flying splits. So straighten, play with this one. Okay, I just wanted to show that while I had the momentum of flying splits. That is my favorite way to enter chin stand. However, if flying splits and chin stand are not in your practice, don't worry about it. I would say play with flying splits. It's really fun with your elbows in and extending one leg over. It's kind of like a shelf. So from this angle, kind of got your elbow out just a little bit, but it's almost like your shoulder is more of the shelf. And then this elbow is really in towards your ribs. So you're straightening and you're kind of supporting your body there. If chin stand is in your practice, have fun just sweeping your leg around and lifting up into chin stand. Feel free to take a scorpion. I've been working on scorpion in chin stand. I feel like it really opens up through my throat chakra, and I've been just loving that. And then from there, I go from scorpion back to straightening my legs, and then gently drop the legs as gently as possible and go into upward facing dog. And then just relax in child's pose after this flow. So just take it back, knees wide, toes together. And that is my funky floor flow. I hope you enjoy, and I hope that it's accessible enough so that you can meet your body where it is. I do not want anyone doing anything that their body's not ready for. This is supposed to just be kind of like playtime on the floor and on the mat, just a creative way to express your movement. So please drop me a comment if you liked this type of sequence or class. I love sprinkling in more creative, funky sequences. So this was fun for me, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for being here, and have a great day.